Speaking of people from all over the place.
All right. Speak away.
We've got some email questions from around the country. And Pat, this first one is from Elizabeth, who says, if God is sovereign and things will be as they're going to be anyway, why bother to pray? Do you think there are things that just would not happen without the operation of prayer?
God works in harmony with human beings. He could just, make a decree and everything would happen the way he wants it. But he's given us free will, and part of that free will is to call on him, to ask him to intervene in our world. And if we don't do it, he doesn't intervene. It's just that simple.
Okay, this is Maria, who says, I have a hard time trusting people because I've been hurt many times in the past. How do you think I can learn to trust people and begin to form relationships again? I really feel lonely sometimes.
Maria, as that question says a little something about you, I don't know you that well, so please don't be insulted. But I've been hurt many times. That says that you're focused on yourself a great deal. And if people don't treat you exactly the way as you think you ought to get treated, then you start getting hurt. There are people that use the term wear their heart on their sleeves, and they're always so tender, and everything offends them, while other people just roll with the flow. I think that that's part of the things, and what I would suggest, go down, I don't know what city you live in, but go to the place where the poor are. Go to a place where there's a soup kitchen, where there's some kind of relief mission, somebody that's reaching out, and roll up your sleeves and get involved in helping those people. And you will be amazed what it'll do for you, because you'll get your eyes off of you and get it on their needs, and you'll realize there are people much worse off than you are, and all of a sudden you'll have that connection you're looking for. It's more blessed to give than to receive.
1 Corinthians 13, where it really gives such a great description of love, one of the things that it says in there that we often skip over is love is not easily offended.
That's right.
It's really powerful.
Thank you for that. That's a good word.
This is Edna, who says, the Bible says that Jesus sweat blood when he was in the Garden of Gethsemane on the night he was betrayed. Do you think that was when Jesus first realized what he would have to endure? I always thought Jesus knew how he would die from a young age.
Well, he did. I think there was a prophecy to Mary way back when he was just a baby, and he knew. But there's a thing about knowing, and then there's a question. You see, what was he facing? He was coming up to the point where he had to take on himself the sin of the world. He could have taken the physical pain, which was pretty horrible, but to take that on and then be separated from the Father, that's what he was facing. And he cried out to God, Father, you're all wise. Is there any other way? And sometimes, when we get ready, you're going to go into a boxing match or a football game or some sports event or some speech you're going to make or whatever, you have to get yourself to the point where you say, okay, I'm going to do it. And whatever happens, I'm committed. And that's what there was the last final commitment. And I think really the cross was, the salvation of mankind was settled in the Garden of Gethsemane. The cross was just something that happened afterwards.
That's really true. We see the physical pain, and that is horrifying. But when someone who knew no sin actually became sin, that's almost hard to grasp.
Oh, it was beyond our comprehension, sure.
This is Nancy, who says, my brother really hurt me emotionally in the past. Since then, I've told him that I forgive him. The problem is I still feel so much hatred against him. Is it possible to truly forgive someone and still feel anger and hatred toward that person? And what do you think it means to truly forgive?
Well, I think what you've got to do is start praying for him. Whatever blessing you'd like to have, go positive. As long as you're negative, you're not going to win. Go positive, and then you get victory. We leave you today with Jesus' words from John 14. If you ask anything in my name, I will do it. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.